So it's a very good question, and it's one that you should start thinking about already, because if you do decide to apply for summer programs, your current teachers would be writing your recommendation letters. And so it's good to be establishing good relationships with them now, because they would be doing that for highly competitive programs as early as January. And for other programs as late as June, but like March is kind of the sweet spot. So you want to start those relationships now. When you're applying to college, it depends on the school, especially if you want to go to a tech school. Like MIT is Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and Caltech is California Institute of Technology, and Georgia Tech is Georgia Tech. So like they have tech right in the title. They will most likely not only have requirements about the courses you take, like you need to have a certain math class, or they're expecting you to come in with biology, physics, and chemistry, but also they'll want to see rec letters from a teacher who is in the quantitative fields. So it'll be required that you have one of your recs in that. But the general rule of thumb that you should be thinking of is one person in the humanities and one person in the quantitative fields. Here's why. Schools want to know not just that you are interested in both of those, but what those kinds of teachers would write about you would be different. So for example, while it is true that you do write in some science classes, mostly you're writing lab reports, maybe you're writing homework or short reflections, but you're not writing extended argumentative papers in a science class. So your humanities teachers are really going to talk about your ability to write, like your ability to be an academic writer. And they also will probably most likely in those areas, because we're talking about human events and interpersonal relationships, and like your English classes will be about stories, and the arts, they'll talk about your capacity for empathy and interpersonal relations. Your teachers in the quantitative fields are going to, of course, talk about your mastery of logic and numbers, but oftentimes those courses are more suited, or more often have continued and sustained collaborative projects. They have the ability to sort of talk about you as a problem solver and like a collaborator, as well as your ability to logically reason through something. So you want to try to have, though they complement one another. So you sort of want to have one of each.